Y'all went in the old Dodge. The clutch is out in it. The clutch pedal does not work. This has happened many times before. And basically what the problem is, the clutch is broke. The actual clutch itself throws the springs out. It throws the springs out of the clutch. The springs get down there and get hung up in the pressure plate, and you cannot release the pressure plate, so it's stuck, basically. But you can still drive it as long as you don't touch the clutch. And see, I'm fixing to make a left here. I got it in neutral right now. We're coasting. So you go around the curve here. You just grab a gear. That's third. Don't never touch a clutch pedal. And then when you want to shift, you don't touch it. You don't touch the clutch. You just shift it, and you can roll on. But if you have to stop, you're screwed. You got to shut the truck off. If you stop all the way, you got to shut the truck off. And once you shut the truck off, you start it in first gear. Take off. But this thing's got a pretty low first gear in it. So if you're rolling hardly any at all, you can still get it into first and take back off. You got to kind of be careful in third, because I don't have a synchronizer in third, and the synchronizer in fourth is just about gone. So I'm gonna get this down to our building where we're working on vehicles now, and have this thing sitting where we can snatch this tranny out of it. I think I can, well, we might not be able to say tranny anymore. Now, I seen something the other day, you can't call it tranny fluid anymore. You have to call it ginger juice, I believe that's what it was. People get, all been out of shape about anything anymore. So you got to use the correct terminology. So they got mad about that. So now you call it ginger juice instead of tranny fluid. But anyway, I'm coming up to a complete stop up here that I've got to turn 90 degrees to the left, which isn't good. So we knock it out of gear here. Okay, it's out of gear. Now we're going to slow down. You can see our speed. We'll slow down. I better slow them down. We're right here at the stoplight, or at the stop sign. And going traffic. Okay, here we go. I got second. Hear that grinding in third? That ain't what you want to hear, and you'll hear it again in fourth here. Nope, I made fourth. But I got cross traffic up here with a stop sign here in a few minutes. This ain't gonna be easy when we get up here, or when we're backing it into the building. We got one shot at it to put it in. So we'll get back with you when we get down there and see if I can get it backed in the building. Let me get out. I'm in fourth. If I get up in the fifth, there's fifth. Get in fifth gear. It's rolling pretty good. We're about out of fuel, but she's rolling along pretty good. We're running 55 at whatever that is, 1800 RPMs. And I've got a sneaky suspicion. When I bought this truck, the guy said he just changed the transmission. I got a sneaky suspicion he put a damn gas transmission in this thing. I believe that's why it don't pull. If you put a gas transmission in it, evidently the gearing is different. So we're gonna pull this tranny, and since third and fourth are messed up, And that might be, you know, they say all these things. The overdrive, the fifth gear nut loosens up. And the guy I was talking to said, yeah, fifth gear nut loosens up in them things, and it makes them do all kinds of weird things. You might not have nothing wrong other than a fifth gear nut loosen. And supposedly it makes a bunch of rattling sounds in fifth gear if the nut's loose. Well, this thing ain't rattling. It's running pretty good, really, with the big scheme of things. But coming up on this cross traffic, I don't know how I'm going to navigate up here. Hopefully there ain't nobody in front of me, and there's no cross traffic. But you know, that's just wishful thinking. There's a motorcycle coming out. So we're getting close here. Damn, got two trucks in front of us, one more coming at us. Let's get our speed way low here.
So, not only is Donnie driving crazy as hell, but the other guy is driving down the street with his hatch open. Who knows what the hell he's doing?
Where we could possibly grab second or maybe first. And see, them people ain't moving off the stoplight or off the stop sign. We've got to get way low here. We're running 20. I'm going to try to get down a little lower here. I'm at 15. And there's 4 cars coming the other way. That's going to screw us up. I'm at 10 miles an hour. That guy's coming straight across. I don't know why this guy ain't moving. Jackass.
I think it was because he was waiting on that truck, Donnie. Jackass.
Okay, I'm in low first. Like, I'm maxed out at 9 miles an hour here. Okay, I'm good to the left. I can't see to the right yet. I'm good to the right, I'm good to the left, I'm gone. Grab another gear. Grab another gear. That's third again, grinding. Totally the synchronizers out. Third, there's fourth. Coming back up through them. Just don't touch the clutch. If you touch the clutch, you're screwed. Basically, if you touch the clutch, that spring will move. And when that spring moves, it can get behind the clutch and get stuck in basically neutral. So you've got to not touch the clutch and just keep rolling. I was in old Chevrolet and did the same thing way up in, I was in Virginia. Well, I was actually in Washington, D.C. And I had a buddy of mine driving the truck. He probably watches my channel still. He broke that damn clutch. I heard it when it broke. I said, don't hit the clutch, don't hit the clutch, shut it off. He shut it off. And I drove that thing from Washington, D.C. to, where did I go? I went to Norfolk, West Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. Left out of Norfolk with the busted clutch and come all the way back to North Carolina, back down here to Charlotte. And I fixed it when I got to Charlotte. I pulled the tranny, put a new clutch in it. There I go saying that word again, ginger juice. So, you got to learn these trucks so you can still drive them even when they tear up. And I drove this thing for 4 or 5 days like this, just like it's doing right now, before I found that other Chevrolet that I bought, that 454. When I was working on it, taking all the emissions and all off, I was driving this truck just like this every day back and forth to work. And it's a pain in the butt, but it ain't that big of an issue. Just take your time, leave early, and give yourself a little room to get it done, get it handled. But we're in fifth gear. We're in about a 10-mile straightaway here. we won't have any problems. I'll come back when we get to the building while I'm trying to back it in. Going down the hill, we still working with this clutch. We're going down the hill. I'm at, whatever I had, 55 mile an hour at 1800 RPMs. Obviously, I'm empty. Okay, I'm gonna slow down just a little bit. And now I'm gonna go up a hill. We're in the flat now, down here at the bottom. Now, this truck is empty. Okay? Here's a hill. It's not that big of a hill, but it's a hill. It goes up for probably a block and a half. Okay? Now, I'm gonna stab this truck. When I start pulling this hill, okay, I just put it on the floor. And it's all the way down. It won't go down no more. And you watch. This damn truck will go backwards. It won't hold 50 mile an hour going up this hill. Said, the hell, it's going to go all the way to 45. I'm in 5th gear. 5th gear. Nothing on the bed of the truck. Nothing back there. And the damn thing, now we're at the top of the hill. We're 46 mile an hour. And I ain't let up on it yet. It'll come back here in a minute. Now, everybody thinks I'm crazy about this Dodge being weak. This Dodge won't even carry itself up a hill. So there's something wrong with it. Cummins says there's nothing wrong with it. Dodge says there's nothing wrong with it. Now we're back up to 60. We're up on top of the hill. Dodge said there's nothing wrong with it. Cummins says there's nothing wrong with it. But this damn truck ain't got it. Everybody that's been watching watching me for a while, I told you that 454 will pull 3 or 4 times what this one will. It will for sure. This truck, if you keep it above 2,000 RPMs, it does pretty good. But the problem is, it won't get above 2,000 RPM. If you got a load on it, you can't get above 2,000 RPM. Now you what? We're going up a hill here. And if I stand on it, and I'm stuck it in the floor again, that's all she's got. I'm going to hold her above 2,000 RPM. She's fine. She'll keep right on getting it. If she gets below 2,000 RPMs, even if it's like 1,800, it can't recover. It won't pull it back up. I think the transmission is gear wrong. There's no way this transmission is the right one. It's got to be for a gas. And if it's for a gas, that would make sense. The gearing's off, and that's why it's so weak. But all these other boys got these trucks, making them fly, turning them up, doing whatever they're doing to them. This one's stock. It has not been turned up. But even at stock, it should maintain its own speed. That's very minimal. And I would think it should pull 10,000 pounds anyway. But it won't. I mean, it will in second gear. First and second's pretty good. You won't never get out of third. You can't use fourth and fifth if you're pulling any kind of weight. I went to the beach and got a trailer. Took a trailer down there and picked up a skid steer. It was a light trailer, probably 1,200 pounds. Skid steers, 3,500 pounds. I had 5,000 pounds behind me. Come back from the beach, and this truck, I could get in fourth gear, but I never could get in fifth. And I finally got it up to about 45 mile an hour coming back from Myrtle Beach. And it took me 4.5 hours, 5 hours to get back from the beach. Where normally, if I take my 150, I can be down there in an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours maybe, where I was going. Just this side of the, believe this, just this side of Aner is where I was going. So it made it It ain't quite all the way to Myrtle Beach, but it's close. But we got another turn here to do with no clutch. Trick is just give it ever so slightly a little bit of fuel, and then when you let up on the fuel, pull it out of gear. It's right at that point. Right at that point, it is stuck it in fourth that time. Right when you give it a little bit of gas and let up on it, there's no pressure on the transmission because it's pulling, and then it slacks up to wait till the coast catches up to it. So right at that second, you can pull it out without it grinding or binding up or anything. It'll just come right out. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up for filming it, and we'll catch you on the next one.